Hey guys, how you doing? It's Art from Art's Model Trains. So we're back again. And for those who may have watched my last couple of videos, you know I had a run of bad luck buying two used engines from trains.com, both of which came broken and had to be returned. They weren't fixable, unfortunately. So since one of those videos, I guess I started early last week filming another video of another engine I bought. And guess what? That one was broken too and ended up having to go back. So I'm 0 for 3 on used engines from trains.com. But today we're here with something different. This is brand new, a pre-order that I talked about ordering earlier this year from Trainworld, and I'm very excited to open it up. And I am going to say I'm 99% sure this is going to work because it's brand new. This is actually our first MTH Premier engine that we've added to the collection. So I'm really excited. Let's dive into the box. I got it cut open, and let's take a look at it. All right, so for those of you who are familiar with the channel, you may realize that I'm actually in a different spot than I usually sit. I'm usually down that end of the layout, but this is a recent addition behind me here. This is the new yard that we added to the layout, so I have to do a final video of that since it's pretty much finished, but that video is coming. We're not there yet. All right, so as I mentioned, this was from Trainworld. This is an MTH Premier, our first purple box. And this is a Trainworld exclusive MTH, let me get it right here so I know what I'm saying, an MTH 464 J1E Hudson steam engine, but this is in the Pacemaker paint scheme. So this is red and gray silver. I guess we'll see when we get it out of the box exactly what it looks like. So let's pop this guy open. Now, unfortunately, to test it, I only have the MTH remote commander. So I do have the new base for and coming from MTH with Wi-Fi and everything on pre-order, also from Trainworld. So we're going to have limited ability to test all the features right now, but we'll get in there and see what we can do with this. So it is a little, let's see, the little instructions for DCS still come in there. I believe, let's see, there's probably a second booklet in there about the engine itself too. Now let's drop that on the side over there. Let's slowly, actually, let's flip this over because it looks like it might be upside down. There we go. And I'll face it to you guys, a little MTH logo on the top. Like I said, this is our first MTH Premier. We did have a Rail King engine come earlier this year. This looks fantastic. Let's see, I can already see the red through the plastic wrapping here. So let's try to do this in a really neat way. Let's start with the locomotive and I'll come back for the tender. How's that sound? So traction tires, all that fun stuff in here. And I'll get that out. All right, so I had my cameraman zoom us in a little bit so you guys can get a really close look at this. This is, you are seeing it live as we are unwrapping it too. Let's see here. I'm trying to do this really gentle. Wow, look at that.
That is a very nice engine.
Very nice. Does not look quite as bright red as the Pacemaker boxcars we have. So we'll have to see how it compares when it gets up close.
And
but the detail looks fantastic.
The image.
Yeah, the image online, right? We'll see. We'll see when we get it on there. All right, so now that we got the engine out of the box, let's get the tender out. It's got these little foam packing pieces, which is pretty cool. And then again in the red, gray with the real coal load. Wow, look at the, we'll get you guys up close so you can see the detail, but this just looks fantastic.
Wow.
Pacemaker, New York Central across the sides. All right, so let's stop the camera for a second. We'll get this guy on the tracks, get some smoke fluid in it, and bring you guys in closer for a closer look. Okay, so we got you guys in here closer. Let's get a little more light in here too while we're at it, so you can see a little better. But that's what the engine looks like up close. And you can see if we bring you in down here for detail on the front, you can see it's got the bell with the little string attached to it. Nice detailing around the front of the locomotive here. Let's get you around the very front so you guys can see. Really nice detailing in the front there. It looks like number boards on the side of the headlight there. We'll have to see if they light up once we get going. It's got the bars across the front here to release the coupler, the scale coupler, it looks like on the front end there. Marker lights. And then if you come down the side here, we'll see. You can see the nice rods and all the detail through here. The drive rods look fantastic. And then the separately applied piping along the side of the engine. And then the whistle. There's a whistle there. That's like a pop-off valve. It's got the curtains in the back here with the cabman in there. The drop plate is here. So you can see we've got the drop plate set up. And then onto the tender, there's more piping and stuff down here on the back of the cab. That looks fantastic. Oh, these, yes, thank you. My son pointed out. These do open at the top here. Fantastic. And then if we keep coming down to the tender, you can see the real cold load. It's got these separately applied little chains that come off the tender to the trucks themselves. And then this nice ladder detail and everything on the back here. Let's get you around the back a little bit so you can see. With the marker lights and everything on the back there. So let me get some power to the track and some smoke fluid in it, and we will get it fired up. Okay, I think we got it worked out now. I had to mess around with that remote commander a little bit. But that's our startup. Now, once again, the remote commander doesn't give us the full startup sequence, but there are a few sounds.
How's your bed firing? It seems real good.
Got a couple of sounds. There you go. Couple of different sounds coming out of it. Nice loud horn, whistle.
Let's grease up the side rod.
Is there whistle smoke on this engine?
There should be whistle smoke, but you know what I just realized? I bet you the smoke is not turned on right now. All right, so these are Lionel PS1 Pacemaker boxcars that we have hooked up to it right now. Okay, guys, so there was a little bit of off-camera work here that had to happen since I've gotten this on the track. What I noticed was, and let me see if I can bring you guys in closer on this side of the engine. I went to run the engine for the first time, and it wouldn't move. It was all locked up. And it's on the other side of the engine from this. This side rod right here is actually bent and was catching on the pivot point right here and was binding the wheels up. So I got that kind of unbent a little bit, but you're not going to see it in the video, unfortunately, because it's on the other side of the engine. But it's kind of all bent weird, like in a kind of half a bow here. I'll try to straighten it without breaking it, but I'm going to give MTH a call and see what they'll do about it. I don't know if that is something I can replace myself if they send me the part, or if I have to send it back to them. And the other thing going on is that I had to mess around a lot to get the smoke working. This smoke on-off switch, after reading their directions finally, I found under the hatch here in the tender. I was looking underneath the tender, and I got it to where I think we're good. We got a good amount of smoke coming out of the stack here, but I cannot get the whistle smoke to go. I don't know if that's a byproduct of me using this crummy remote commander, or if there's something else going on here. I'm also thinking there's probably a break-in period for this to get warmed up, this smoke unit. So let me get it running around the track a little bit so you guys can see it. But once again, I'll bring you in real close again so you could see just fantastic detail on this. I'm bringing up front here. Let me get powered up so you can see the lights. So there are marker lights. Obviously, the headlight, the number boards on the side of the headlight, they come on. And then down in the back, you have your crew compartment that is got the little firebox lit, which I'm trying to get the camera on. Right there we go. It's kind of hard to see. And then obviously you have your lights at the back of the tender. and your backup light. So if I switched it to reverse, it would go that way. So let's get this off and moving, and so you guys can see it on the layout. And I don't know if you guys can see it on the video, but it is starting to smoke now, just faintly. It takes a little while to build up and get a good amount of smoke coming out of it.